What's up, Pickle Peeps? Today marks a milestone. Well, really, yesterday marked a milestone, but we're celebrating it today. Anyway, yesterday was video number 43 of our 90-day streak going here on YouTube, which yes, 90 days is my current plan, and that is my goal that I set here for YouTube. And hitting day 43 was really a mega celebration because now it's all new territory for me. What do I mean by that? Several years ago, probably like around 2018, it's probably like 4 years ago, I can't believe that. Wow. I attempted to do a YouTube orbit. That was the goal. And an orbit is 365 days of YouTube. I had gotten that idea from my coach at the time, Renee Christine, and I was like, okay, I'm doing it. 365 days. That's a pretty lofty goal. And honestly, I made it through a chain of 42 without breaking. Or I should say 42 was the end of my chain, after which I broke. On that YouTube channel, which is the Metals and Pieces YouTube channel. You don't need to worry about going to check it out. I don't do that much on there anymore. And I was pretty proud of that 42. And I mean, it's an easy number to stick in my head, like 42, Answer the Universe, Fox Mulder's apartment number, like lots of cool things happen with 42. Especially in the fandom world, like, yeah, 42, all right. So it's an easy number to remember, but for a long time, like, that's what held me, and I had done streaks after that. I had done streaks of 10, streaks of 21, I might have done a 22 or 23, but I hadn't gone back to revisit that goal. And mind, the goal for this is not 365. I don't know, it might be in the back of my head 365, but the declared goal, the one that I can check off the list and like be accomplished, is 90 days. And I am now officially, with this one, 2 videos further than I have ever been before on a YouTube streak. And that's just like such an amazing feeling. And I want to know, Pickle People, like, do you ever feel like that? Like, have you done something or pushed a project? Like, I see this with projects. It makes me think back to my CrossFit days when, like, doing box jumps and, like, oh, we graduate to the next size box. Or when we would do testing on weightlifting days. And, like, I don't know if you guys have ever done weightlifting before, and I love weightlifting. I never ever thought I'd be a person who'd say, yeah, bring on the barbell, let's go. I love it. But when we were testing on CrossFit for weightlifting, you weren't allowed to count your weights. So on test days, and the way it works is you would do your set, however many you had to do, and then you wait for 90 seconds to 2 minutes as a recovery period before you go and attempt your set again. And the point in CrossFit with any of those was to get to your new 1 rep max, which is your new, like, you can only do 1 rep at that weight because it's so heavy and it's so hard and you're so tired from everything else that you've done, but you've pushed yourself beyond the limit. So in CrossFit, you didn't know what your numbers were. Ever. Very, like as you set your warm-up stuff and then you set like your beginning numbers, but once you get to the point near the end of there, because you work up through your regular sets, and then in weightlifting with CrossFit, at least the ones that I did, you would you got to the real testing points where you would go ahead and you would do 1 rep and you got through and it was easy. So the coaches would like have you turn around and they would throw more weights on and you would do another one and throw more weights on and do another one and throw more weights on and do another one and throw more weights on until it got to the danger level, to where like they're watching, like, okay, you're done. You struggle, like maybe you make it, maybe you don't, to standing back up or whatever it is. If you're doing a deadlift, to actually standing up. If you're doing a squat, like have them a back squat, have them help you. If you're doing a clean or a snatch or any of those moves. And it was always the coolest thing on CrossFit testing days because I didn't know what the numbers were until I'd already maxed myself out. Okay, that was the key though. You had to max yourself out, and only then could you do the math to find out what weight you were actually operating at. Because the numbers get in our heads. I promise it's going to link back to business. I'm figuring out how right now. The numbers get in our heads, and like there was one day, so the most recent one that I did, which is now like a year ago, but we were doing back squats, which you have the rack, it's on the back of your shoulders, you do a squat and you stand back up with this. And in my head, like anything that I had done before and done the math on, I think I had maxed at like 150, 160, maybe 180, I don't remember anymore now. Probably in the 160s to 170s. And which I thought was pretty great. It's like, I'm in 3 digits. Like, yeah, let's go. That's awesome. And the coach always like kept going. She would send me away. She's like, no, don't look, turn around, take a rest break. And she's throw more weights on. And at the end, when we're doing the math for all of it, it had come out that I had back squatted somewhere around 190 something pounds, which blew my brain. My brain would never have let me lift that much. Never. Okay? That's the importance of these test days here. Because they, like, just obliterate these blocks and walls in your head. And that's with weightlifting, that's with fitness. I know I don't look like it right now, but yeah, stress will do it for you. But I want to do that in business too. And like, what is the way to do that in business? What's a way to like just obliterate those like content block walls in your head that say, no, you can't do that. Maybe it's, no, you can't make $1 million. Maybe it's, no, you can't make $100. I don't know. When you're in, with what you're selling, what you're doing, where you've experienced, like I've had my top ever day, single day is like a $4,000 day. We just broke 4,000. It was at the Long Island Scottish Highland Games, which we're looking forward to going back to this year, August 27th, Old Westbury Park in Long Island, Westbury, Long Island. So when I hit that $4,000 day, and mind you, like that's one of those, I don't check the numbers, I don't run numbers until the end of the day. And when we're doing in-person shows like that, it's really simple because you're so busy all day. And then it's not till we're on highways that we know or that we're going to have a long stretch. I don't have to pay attention to the GPS because I'm Rabbit, I'm the navigator usually. But like, it's really easy to blow those content walls or those block walls in your head and prove things to yourself because there's no like checking in along the way. The only checking in I'm doing at a show like that is how much stock is left. Like, oh, we're sold out of this. Oh, we're sold out of that. Oh, we're sold out of that. So like, that's my checking in. Yeah. So at a show, we do it that way. And then like when we're on that stretch of highway going home, totally referenced Eagles song right there. Heard the line keep going in my head. But with that, doing the show and not doing the number till the end, like there's no change. There's nothing left to psych myself out about. We're on the way home. The event is over. And now I'm tallying how we did on the day. And like all of us take bets and guesses and whatnot. And the winner gets bragging rights. Maybe everybody gets ice cream on the way home. And that's when we're like, holy shit, oh my God. So I can remember my first time I broke 4,000. I remember the first time I broke 3,000. That was a line that I chased for a long time. I remember the first time I broke $1,000. And that was like, I didn't think that was possible to have $1,000 day. That was way, way back at the Bonnie Bray Highland Games. Story of big grass. Maybe another day we'll shoot a video about, like the, not fables or cautionary tales, like lucky socks kind of stuff. I'm blanking on the term that come along with events that we just suck into these habits. One of ours is big grass. Means big sales because of the Bonnie Bray Highland Games. But we have all of these like internal records that we may or may not consciously be tracking. And I'm always looking for, how do we break those records? How do we obliterate those records? What do we do to change it up? And now, so like that's how I do it in person shows. Online, I haven't figured out yet how to do it online. Well, when I do my virtual shows, my virtual craft shows, my trunk shows, we don't know the total until the end of the day. We just see how much stuff sold out again. So that's fun. But we're trying to figure out how to do it like in funnel sales and all that stuff too. And figure out these ways, because it's one thing to chase a number, like I have this 90-day YouTube goal. It's one thing to chase the goal. It's another thing, like when you're weightlifting, you're going for that 1 rep max, you're going for your best record, beat your record day. That is like, that's a goal. I don't know. I lost myself here. They're just different. But the really cool thing here in what I'm doing right now, so to tie it back, like on this YouTube channel here, I'm going for that 90-day stretch because it pushes you to take consistent action. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what other things will be shattered, what other content walls and blocks in my head are going to be obliterated because of doing this 90 days. And it's the commitment to doing it. So when you're weightlifting, it's the commitment to standing there and holding the bar. When you're doing in-person shows, it's the commitment to going there, setting up your tent, laying out your craft, and talking to people. When you're doing virtual shows, it's the commitment to show up on camera, to be ready to act and put on a show and entertain your customers and tell stories about your products that make them care and make them just go, I want that, or help them reach that state of, oh my God, I want that. It's the commitment of doing it. And I am so excited to see what the commitment to this 90 days will look like when we reach day 90, when we reach day 91. Like, that's the next goal. I've just obliterated 42. This is day 44. And now we're shooting for the stars. We're going for the full 90. It is in stretch. There is nothing left. Or there is like no excuses on here. And no excuses is about to get tested really, really hard. And it's like, this is where things get interesting, because up to 42, I had that number in my head that I had to beat. It was something I had done previously. It was my own record I had to beat. And now moving past, 90 is a goal. It's not a record anymore. It's a goal. And it's an obligation, kind of. And it's going to be tested, because like next week, the next couple of weeks are going to be pretty crazy. Next week, I'm going to be in Arizona, half on vacation, half for conference. And I'm still dedicated to posting a video every day. On days that I'm flying, I'm dedicated to a video every day. It's phenomenal here. So excited for it, but very aware that it's going to be tested. And like, there have been plenty of test days like during this 42 as well, where like there are videos I did in my pajamas, I'm not gonna lie, but they made it up. My personal rule, if you look at it on a calendar, you're like, Melissa, these don't all line up on a calendar. My rule, it counts as the day if it went up before I went to bed. I can't go to sleep until the video goes up. So that's my personal rule account for the day. And I don't allow cheat days on this. Like, there was a mastermind group that I was looking at joining, and I still want to join them. But they had you put on a $500 deposit, and if you broke your goal, so like my goal would have been 90, or and with their case, I think it's usually 100 days of something. If I missed more than 3, you lose that money. And that's pretty painful. That's going to hold you to it. But there's nothing holding me to this 90 days besides my own grit, and my own confidence in myself. So all that to say, this is day 44, which means there are 46 days left here in this 90-day sprint, and I want to know, what is it that you guys are interested in? What do the Pickle Peeps want to see? Do you want more stuff about Pomodoro? Do you want more Canva tips? Do you want more QR code stuff? Do you want things about doing craft shows? Do you want more gift guides? Do you want more holiday spotlights? Like, these are the things that I've been doing. Do you want more tech tips and surprises? Let me know in the comments below what kinds of things you want to see. Do you want more Melissa rants? I am more than happy to do those, but I want to balance them in with what you guys want. Do you want book reviews? Do you want like behind the scenes content, day in the life of a business owner content? What is it that you guys want most? I just put a long list there, and feel free to add to it. Comment below, let me know what you want to see next on the channel so I can work it into the plan for the next 46 days and beyond. What is it? Doesn't the Buzz Lightyear movie come out yet? Is it now? Is it next week? So it's like to infinity and beyond? Like to 90 days and beyond! And I mean, I know there's such fantastic stuff in the works for you guys. But please let me know, what do you want to see in the next 90 days? And if you're thinking about your next 90 days, I have 2 things to let you guys know about depending on your level. So first off, if you're looking for something free, We're talking economics right here. So if you're looking at the free offer, there is the Embroidery Entrepreneur Virtual Summit going on live next week, which is June 14th through 16th. It's hosted by Coach Andrew George. If you want to see the behind the scenes of it, I'm linking it up here for you, or up there. I don't ever remember which side it's on. Up there. Where I interviewed Andrew and we go behind the scenes, kind of why he put this on, who it's for. And even though it says Embroidery Entrepreneur, it's for all entrepreneurs. There's only a little bit in it that is exceptionally embroidery specific. There's so much to do with collection building, which Andrew's a pro at. There is so much social media content, platform content. I go even deeper on gift guides than I do here on the channel. It's like the intermediary between what I cover here on the channel and what's actually in the challenge. So actually over the next 3 weeks, we have next week is the Embroidery Entrepreneur Virtual Summit. You guys totally want to take advantage of this, and it's going to help you to kind of cheat or sidestep the summer sales slump because you're going to be actively working. It's going to show you the stuff that's working right now to focus on. And that is there is a free option for that. There's also upgraded VIP options for that get you, I know, like more action step oriented stuff. And Andrew's got a whole toolkit he's putting together, like really, really cool. So that is linked down below right there for the Embroidery Entrepreneur Virtual Summit. That's item number 1. Item number 2, to like really keep you motivated and figure out what you want over the next 90 days. Like, what is the thing you want to conquer over the next 90 days, or a record you want to beat with yourself, a record you want to set, a goal you want to set. And that is the BizFit Formula Bootcamp Live. This is our Q3 bootcamp where we specifically look at the next 90 days in your business. This is our 3rd time running the bootcamp, and as usual, every single time is unique. For this one, we are really, even though it's Q3, we have a Q4 mindset, which if you're in e-com, you should be having a Q4 mindset like now, starting your plans now for what's going on in Q4. When you hit August, September, October, it's like too late already. To be like setting the plans. You need to be getting things in motion now, because seriously, when fall hits, if you do in-person events, that's when that goes crazy. And that's straight like the fall shows into the winter shows, into the holiday craft shows, like craziness right there. Tell me I'm not the only one. My September show schedule, insane. August through October, insanity for me, in-person shows. And then you're right into Black Friday, and Black Friday, like everyone talks about as being like the best sales day of the year. That's why it's called Black Friday. It's because historically, that's when stores would switch out the red ink for being in debt to black ink for being in the positive. That's why it's Black Friday. Did you know that? Did you know that one? I think there are other reasons, but that's the one that always sticks out in my head. But Black Friday is only a super win if you've created and executed on a super plan. And that super plan should revolve, even more importantly than what you're selling, is building the list of who you're selling to. Getting a bulletproof sales machine, lead machine going on here, to where you have magnets out there, you have lead magnets, you have assets, you have calls to action, getting people onto your list, getting fans and followers on social, converting them to your email list. Yes, we want them to buy right now. Of course we do. But more importantly, we want them on the list. We want them engaged on the list. So getting them on the list, and then that's only part 1. Part 2 is making sure that you are warming them up, that you are indoctrinating those people, that you are getting them to fall in love with you and look forward to your emails. That way, whether they're buying right now or not, when you send out that Black Friday campaign, that warm up, that warning it's coming, that battle prep section, I call it battle planning for Black Friday. And I literally like sit down and draft my Black Friday battle plan. Ooh, that's videos I could do in the future. Let me know if you want to know about my Black Friday battle plan. Me specifically. That comes from my family. But having that system, that foundation in place, these people are ready and waiting and chomping at the bit for that Black Friday sale. So when you hit send on that Black Friday email, and it goes out, unlike mine did a couple years ago, where I had just changed email platforms and it shut down and did not send my Black Friday emails, and I did not know until Cyber Monday that anything was wrong. Yeah, you want to avoid those kinds of problems here, right? So we are going to be covering all of that in the BizFit Formula Q3 Bootcamp, which is also linked down below. Now, that one is a 3-day live event. Like, we are on Zoom, we are doing when the training's live. We have a $97 option. We also have a VIP level if you want to be in the chats, get in the Q&As, get in the virtual mixer, get in the official t-shirt, getting all the cool stuff. That's on the VIP level for the BizFit Bootcamp. Whew. All right, so that's week 2 going on in there. My third offer for you as you're looking at the next 90 days and what you want to be doing in your business. What is your goal, your set? Maybe you need some digital assets, or you need to understand your customers better, or you want to do something like a summer gift guide. Well, the week after that, starting on the first Wednesday in July, I believe it is July 6th, is my next edition of the gift guide challenge, and that is for July. We're going to be starting our focus on back to school. Yes, I know kids aren't going back to school in July, but we need to be prepped for it. This gives us ample time to get those products made, to really dial in on what our customers want, and to create a digital asset that's going to enchant them and have everything done ahead of time and easy peasy. All right. So that will also be linked down below. Actually, the wait list for that one. Comment below if you're interested in gift guide challenge. I don't have the funnel ready yet for that. I just realized, like, oh, we didn't finish that yet on the list of things to do. So the 3 upcoming options, 2 of them linked below. One of them you're going to comment that you want, and that way I can let you know directly when the link is live for that. So we have the Embroidery Entrepreneur Virtual Summit next week. We have the BizFit, actually, that's in 2 weeks. Starting the 28th of June, we have the BizFit Q3 Bootcamp live. And then the week after that, we have the gift guide challenge. Between those 3 options, you should be able to set yourself a goal and find a path and a methodology to accomplish it, just like I'm working on these 90 days. So for me, these 90 days, it's a commitment to myself, and it's obliterating records. I obliterated 42. It's onward to 90. That's my next streak goal. I want to know what your goal is. I want to help you achieve it. So this is a plethora of options for you to do so. And this video went way a lot longer than I thought it would, but as is the case, Melissa. Okay, that's a ton for you Pickle Peep, and I'm so excited if you're still with me on here. You know what to do. Comment down below. Give this video a like if you're loving it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And with all of that, my name is Melissa Pickle, the Handmade How. You guys have an epic day while you're building your epic business.